Okay. Hi guys, so we figure we should finally do the tour of the truck.
Yep, bit of a rig rundown.
Yes, we are in a caravan park, so we're both feeling like giant nerds talking to camera here.
Yeah, there's people like 3 meters away looking at us going, what a bunch of dweebs.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm going to make Ben do all the talking and I'm going to get behind the camera. So, take it away, Ben.
Alrighty, come in a little closer. Look, that's the Gnarwhal,
Hey.
which you've seen before. So about the actual truck, so it's a Fuso Canter. This is a 2009 FG84 model. It's got a 4.9 litre turbo diesel, and it's a truck. It's pretty simple, it's pretty basic. Originally a 6.5 tonne GVM, which we've downgraded to 4.5 so that we can drive it on a car licence. And yeah, that's about it as far as truck stuff goes. Oh, super single conversion, really important. Those things are awesome. This truck goes absolutely anywhere. It is amazing how good it is. And yeah, we've done the suspension, but otherwise the truck's stock. I reckon I'll show you our bedroom first. So, with me. These are our steps. Yeah, dog.
Dude does not make it easy for us.
And there it is. So the roof goes up and down just on electric linear actuators, so it's super easy to put up and down. And I'll take you inside. So in here we have, this is a standard double bed, super comfy. We absolutely love sleeping in here. Really good sleep every time we're in here. Either side we have clothes storage. We've just closed in the sides of the truck with netting to hold those clothes in. I'll show you more detail on that a little bit later. And over here, a little desk. We've got 2 of them actually. Haven't finished making that one yet, so that we can actually sit in here and work on the computer or whatever if the weather's really bad, which we very rarely do. And so that's pretty much it for the inside.
Personal highlights in here is obviously the bonus storage down the bottom, but also our shoe rack, which has been super handy. We have way too many pairs of shoes, but that's okay.
Oh, and a handle.
And a handle. Note the excellent handle.
Bron made that. Alright, so I'll show you in this side of the truck. This is pretty much where we live most of the time now. The fridge is normally on a drop slide. It rattled itself to death on the corrugations coming down the Hay River track and a few other places, so currently waiting on some drawer slides to be sent up to us, which is why that's just haphazardly there. Everything else is a bit of a mess because we're messy people. So yeah, this is where everything happens. Now I'll show you the awning first. So this is a 270-degree freestanding awning, and it's specifically integrated inside the truck so that it doesn't catch on overhanging branches and all that kind of stuff. The whole body is actually designed to be quite slim and quite narrow. It's tapered in at the top. The widest part of the truck is actually the mirrors, so we can poke down really tight bush tracks without any issues. It's got a bit of pinstriping, but if your four-wheel drive doesn't have pinstriping, you should probably buy a Camry. So awning, completely undercover, out of the way, away from trees. It's been a tricky exercise in engineering to get it all to work properly. This is one of the more interesting parts. So the awning does need to swing all the way out and around, obviously. So this hatch is just held in with magnets and a bit of Velcro stuff at the back there. And so that opens that up and enables it to swing all the way around. And yeah, awning's up. We've got a little wall that zips on as well. So yeah, we've got that wall there. There's another one that goes on that panel, and we can zip a tent onto the 3rd panel down there. So we do potentially have quite a lot of space under here if we really want it. We're pretty lazy though, and we don't set all that up very often. In fact, we hardly ever even put the awning out because the door's usually good enough.
It's only if it's really raining or super cold and windy that we want them for.
Yeah. So this is the kitchen. Slide out kitchen bench. We've got a gas stove, it's very basic. All our food, storage, cooking implements, all that sort of stuff lives in here. And that's about it for the kitchen. These are just, you know, plastic Tupperware containers and stuff. We built this truck with a very limited time frame and frankly on a fair bit of a budget, so doing fancy drawers and things was just not going to happen. So it all looks a bit, you know, rough, but whatever, it's working for us.
Fully functional, super easy to clean, and those boxes keep the dust out that the drawers wouldn't have done, and so I've been super grateful for those boxes.
Yeah. So yeah, that all works pretty well. Under here, another slide out. So that's under the tray, it slides out. That's usually our rubbish bin, and some dude items go in there as well, like his food, which he's looking at very closely.
He knows exactly what's in his drawer.
Other thing of interest out here is our hot water system. So hot and cold water, all easily accessible, and this is our shower as well. The hot water system is a 12 volt, it's an electric system, and it's been working really well for us. I'll tell you about the electrical system actually. So we've got solar panel monitoring gauge there. Now we've got 500 watts of fixed panels on the roof running through that thing. We've also got an Drive DC charger, a DC to DC charger to run off the engine, and that's all feeding into a 100 amp hour lithium battery, which is mounted up there and out of sight. Electrical system has been working great for us. That all works really well. In the future I think we might get a little bit more storage capacity and probably some more solar panels, but yeah, for now this is working really well, and it was very cheap and simple to set up. Water, these are two gauges for our tanks there, so two decent sized tanks there. They're all running through a pump, an electric pump, and we've got enough water to at least 8 to 10 days of completely off grid, and that's 8 days of showering every single day, and you know, just using quite a lot of water. So we've got heaps of water storage. In terms of other systems and stuff in the truck, there's not much to it really. It's actually all very basic. And you would have seen also our sink for washing up and stuff over here. Now, other things. So I'll show you around the other side of the truck. This bit here is really all storage. Looks pretty messy and disorganized. This is my workshop. Heaps of tools, spares, parts, all that kind of stuff. We can fix most things on the truck. We've used most of those tools. Ron's favourite tool, of course.
Can't go wrong with the chainsaw, man.
And yeah, a bunch of storage and other mess.
Great drawers, I gotta say.
Yeah, these things weigh an absolute ton.
They do, but they hold a shit ton and they keep it safe and locked away in there, which is nice.
So yeah, that's all that stuff. Now, the big reason we have a truck is we have a vehicle that fits in a normal car parking bay. So it's about 5 meters long, it's 2150 wide. It's a few millimeters bigger than a Land Cruiser in every dimension, barely worth mentioning. It's obviously a lot taller. But within that sort of package, we get a 3.6 meter long tray and a 3-ton payload. And the main reason we did that is for our bikes. So we've set this whole thing up to be very much custom built to suit our mountain bikes. We've got 4 bikes inside, so they're inside, out of the dust, away from prying little fingers, safe and secure. So I'll show you how that. So yeah, here we go. We have 2 bikes mounted on this slide out rack. Usually it comes out a bit further. I think I'm hooked on something there. So currently our fat bikes are on that one. It's super easy, they just come off and you stick the front wheels on and go, really easy. The other ones are packed down either side, so that's Bron's Julie and mine's back here, so they're packed down a bit, handlebars off, pedals off and wheels off. So they take a little bit more effort to get set up and go for a ride, but at the end of the day we've got a fat bike and a dual suspension trail bike each, and that's living, Barry.
Not to mention the kites up the back and the
kite surfing.
Stand-up paddleboard over in the storage section.
Yeah, lots of toys. Some other boring things. There's an air compressor over there.
It's an amazing air compressor, to be fair.
Yeah, it goes really well. And this thing,
favourite toy in the truck.
This thing's been great. We only just bought this a little while ago, but it makes doing tyres so much easier. You can click it on and use it to deflate really quickly, and very accurate tyre pressures and stuff with the digital gauge. So that's been a great little buy. That's the bike room, the bike garage as we call it.
Why don't you talk about that spare tyre, Ben?
Yeah, so that's our spare tyre. So I really wanted a Dakar rally truck, and all I got was this Fuso Canter. But a lot of the Dakar rally trucks mount their spare tyres in a similar location. The Kamaz trucks in particular do one here and one on the other side. So I thought, hey, that's a great idea. It works quite well for us in terms of packaging, because if you had it mounted conventionally like that, you can't open that door. So packaging wise it works really well, and it looks like a rally truck, so that's a bonus. And
we also, Ben also stuck his little Dakar rally decals on there, just in case you were wondering why.
Alrighty. I think that's it for the Gnarwhal, guys, so that's a pretty good overview at least. If you have any questions or want to know more about how any of that stuff works. Oh, hey, one more thing. The actual canopy, the whole shell. Let's come back into the shade.
Yeah. There we go.
The actual shell. I forgot to talk about that a bit earlier. So we built that in our driveway. It's made of a mix of different kinds of plywood, mostly sort of 15mm marine ply. I drew it all up in CAD and had it CNC cut by a mob in Brisbane, and glued, epoxied and fiberglassed it all together. The reason we went with ply was the composite kind of systems out there just weren't that flexible in terms of the design and what you can achieve with all the little things that I wanted to do on this. So yeah, 15mm ply, it's light, it's strong, it's pretty flexible, and it's very easy to work with. The overall truck weighs in at about just under 4 tons with 125 litres diesel and 100 litres of water. So that was before we loaded all our camping gear, but we should still be comfortably under GVM. So that's how the body was made, and I reckon that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
Hit us up if you've got any questions or want to know anything else.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.